Hello. Today we're going to have a look at the top common errors that English learners make, and we will have a look and give you two options, and you can see if you know which is correct, and then I will explain a little bit about where the error is for each of the 10 things. Let's go to the first one. So here, the first slide, we've got the two sentences. She go to school every day. She goes to school every day. So which one do you think is correct? So let's have a look at the next slide to show you which is correct. So she goes to school every day. So this is the subject. So she, and then for present tense, present simple tense, we need to change go to goes. If it was I go to school. But for she or he, we need to change the verb. So this is something to be careful of. It's one of the common errors. So let's move on. So another issue is articles, a, an, the, or no article. So here we've got I want an apple, I want apple. So which one is correct? So here I want an apple. So we use an with vowels A, E, I, O, U. The other letters, uh, we will use an A, and we'll use the if there's only one of something, or we know what we are talking about. I will focus on articles in another video. Each of the mistakes I will make a video for. Okay, let's move on. So the next one we've got yesterday I went to the park. Yesterday I go to the park. So which is correct? Which is the correct tense? So let's have a look at the correct answer. So here, this is a yesterday, so this is past tense. So we need to change go to went. So yesterday I went to the park. This is a past tense. So often with past or future or present tense, this is another common issue. Okay, the next, let's move on. So prepositions. So here we've got she depends in her friends, she depends on her friends. So the prepositions in, on, which is the correct one? So let's have a look. So here we've got on. So she depends on her friends. So with these, the tip is to learn which verbs and prepositions often go together. So here we usually depend on someone. And here also we are looking at the correct subject and verb. So she depends with the S, it would be I depend on. So again, we are looking at maybe two things here. Okay, but the on is the correct preposition. Okay, so let's move on. So double negatives. So here we've got I don't need no help, I don't need any help. So let's have a look at what is the correct choice. So here I don't need any help. So don't and no is not, and no, two negatives, double negatives. So we can't use two negatives in the same sentence. So here we'd always use not any. So this is something to be careful of. Let's move on. So plurals. So she has three children, she has three child. Which one is correct? So let's have a look. Let's move on. So she has three children. So it would be one child, three children. And for people, they are quite, they're a bit more challenging than for a lot of other things. If it was apple and apples, we just add an S. But for it's man, men, woman, women, child, children. So be careful, especially these irregular plural forms. If it's regular, we can usually just add an S. So they're easier to remember. But the irregular ones, there are more mistakes. Okay, so next. So questions and the word order for the question. So here we've got where you are going, where are you going, which one is correct? Let's have a look. So here, where are you going? So with the question, we'll often have a question word, where, when, why, what at the beginning, and then the order is switched, it's inverted. So where are you going? Maybe you are going to the park. So we're switching are and you, the auxiliary verb and the subject are switched for the question. So this is something to be careful of when you're making questions. Okay, the next step, countable versus uncountable nouns. So here we've got how many friends do you have? How much friends do you have? Which one is correct for these questions? So let's have a look. So here, many is used for plurals. So many friends. If it's much, it needs to be something that we can't count. Maybe how much water do you want? So much is for something we can't count, many for things we can count. Okay, let's move on. So missing auxiliary verbs. So she going to the party, she is going to the party. So if we have a look, so is the auxiliary verb. So she is going to the party, or I am going to the party. So it's important to not to leave out these auxiliary verbs. So is, am, was, were. The be verb is also what we use. So next we have conditional sentences. And here we've got if I will see him, I will tell him. If I see him, I will tell him. Which is the correct answer? So let's have a look. Here we've got if I see him, I will tell him. So here we use the present tense for this conditional. So see, so this verb, we don't need will. Will be in the other part of the sentence. So the second clause. These we can also switch to I will tell him if I see him, and the only difference would be the comma would disappear. Okay, so here are the tips that we were going through today. I hope this is helpful. If you have any comments, please write them, and please like and subscribe. And please let me know if you would like any help with any other grammar or vocabulary. Okay, thank you. See you again soon. Bye bye.